It's very important you fully prepare yourself for what you're about to see. No sudden moves. No loud noises.
Hey, Butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
I just want my daughter back.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy, Ghost Boy XO, back here again with another video. We are here in the AMC parking lot. We're gonna watch a scary movie, guys. Once again, guys, like I said, welcome back. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for our new subscribers, by the way. Thank you for our commenter, D's Nuts. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment down below for more Ghost Boy XO content. That's with also the scary Saturdays, the reviews. I don't know if I'm gonna bring back Feel Fridays or any of those, but thank you for staying for this content, guys. I appreciate you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the movies. We're gonna go watch a scary movie, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Spoiler alert, there might be spoilers like last time. I don't know if you guys watched the other video, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. But we're gonna go watch a scary movie. We're gonna review it. We're gonna hope it's scary. So we're gonna go watch Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Don't get that confused with Brandon Fraser's The Mummy. This is a completely different movie. It's not the same movie, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe get something at the concession stand. We'll see you guys in a bit. Hope you guys are doing good. Make sure you guys comment down below. All right, Ghost Boy, see you in a bit. All right, peace. Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, voice overdub Ghost Boy XO, back here again, and we're going to AMC. And the AMC is in Ontario, so went to go to that one. I'm gonna get my usual Diet Coke cherry, kind of like I got last time. It's a popcorn. This time I'm not gonna drop it in the car. I learned from my mistakes, and I'm not gonna take it home. And watch out right there, it's wet, slippery when wet. Shit, somebody dropped soda. What an idiot. But oh, look at that, Mortal Kombat 2. I have not watched it yet. I don't even remember the first one. I don't think I watched the first one. But we're going to go into our auditorium. We're going to go sit down, get comfortable, guys, because it's going to be a scary movie. I don't know how scary it is, but we're going to find out. And we're going to sit on our spot. This time I got D, D1 for D. D's Nuts. Shout out D's Nuts. And look at your boy, what's up? So we're here, all relajado. Oh, they don't have the seat heaters. Last time I call them heaters. I don't know what I was thinking, but damn, look at your boy fresh. I should have got fit checked before I did this. But we are ready, and we got the popcorn all relajado, And oh, you already watching the movie? Damn, boy, chill out. The movie hasn't even started. Previews for Backrooms looks good. We gotta watch that one. So damn, another one, boy. Calm down. You on a diet, dog? Who else is annoyed by this bitch every time she come up on? Come on. She never enjoying the movie. She don't even watch movies. Bet you. Anyways, boys, out. Yo, guys, what up? So that was the end of the movie. I'm back in the car. It's a little cold out here. The movie was definitely interesting. Spoiler alerts, guys. I'm gonna start driving soon right now. It's late. I got work in the morning. Yeah, let's talk about the movie. So first off, it starts off in a car with some I don't know how to call it, funky music. I don't know what kind of music that was, but it takes place in Cairo. So this is Egypt. Okay, so it starts out with a family. Then they notice that their bird died, and I guess it's like a bad omen, so something's going on. The mom and the dad go down to a basement to check up on something, and then he finds out it's a tomb. So it's a tomb. It turns out to be the tomb for the mummy. They're wondering if it's awake. The story goes on, and I guess you get the idea that there's a mummy in the mix. Bird dies, so things are dying. So now at this point, I almost hit these people. Yeah, dude. Okay, cool. Yeah. All these motherfuckers trying to get out at the same time, shit. But apparently there's a curse, all right? So there's some type of curse. We're getting the idea that there's a curse, there's a mummy. So what happens is that now it changes to a different family. To make it a little shorter, to make it a little more brief, so there's a family. They look like they're American. Their daughter apparently has a friend that visits them. Her friend always visits her by their garden, but not this time. This time, it looks like it's a woman. It's apparently the mom of the child. Either way, it's a stranger to the child, and the child, the girl, her name is Katie. She interacts with the person, and eventually she gets tricked. So she gets tricked. This person ends up giving her candy. Kids, you should not be watching this because I say a lot of bad words, but kids, children, people, just in general, girls, even guys, do not take things from strangers. Do not take things from strangers. You don't know who they are. You don't know what it is. It could be poisonous. It could be deadly. You don't know. You don't interact with them. Just don't interact with them. So the girl takes the candy from her. She also gives her a fruit. It was a nectarine. And basically the nectarine, something comes out of it, like a beetle. And it goes in her mouth and she passes out. So it was weird, right? Like, okay, cool. Like, whoa, it's a movie. Getting the plot going in, getting the story going in. Then what happens is that, the dad notices that the little girl's not there. Dad thinks he sees it, goes off running, trying to catch up her little girl. As a father, this is, it's very scary. I'm like, oh shoot, like, bro, you gotta save the little girl. You gotta save your daughter. So to me, it was like, oh shit, this is already gonna get fucked up, And I felt bad, like, they lost the girl. She was kidnapped. The mom's pissed off. She was at work. He was supposed to be taking care of the kids, basically. But you get distracted by a phone call that was very important. So then they go to the police, and now they get involved. Time passes by. It's 8 years. So apparently, she's missing, not found. It's pretty sad. Like I said, like as a parent, like your kid goes missing, you don't know what's going on. Trafficking, all that kind of stuff. Could be dead, could be murdered, whatever it is, you don't know. The family, Katie's parents, the mom was already with child, I believe. They had another kid. So Katie was the oldest, then it was the brother, and then there was this new kid coming in. They moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Sorry, I'm giving you guys the details of what's going on. And they're living with the mom's mother. Of course, they're all traumatized and hurt from losing one of their kids, gone missing. They're traumatized. They don't let the kid go to some schooling overseas. They don't really go on vacations. They don't really go out like that because they're afraid of losing their other kids. Well, there's all this trauma going on. The dad, he's resentful. The dad, he beats himself up because he was the one supposed to be taking care of the kids at the time. The mom, she secretly blames the dad because of the situation. But then what happens? They get a call from the detectives. They get a call saying that they found her. They found her after 8 years. What happened was that there was an airplane accident. So I guess there was a plane that was flying over. It was a personal plane. It wasn't like a commercial or anything like that, or a Boeing. You know, this dude's on a bike, witnesses it, sees it go. I mean, hears the crash, goes to the crash site, and then you get to see that there's two guys that are dead, and they find this giant tomb. I'm calling it a tomb because I forgot what they called it, but basically it's a tomb, crypt or mummy's tomb thing. So they find that, and inside, once after investigating, after it was examined, they find out that there's a person in there, and inside that the person, this mummy, this person embalmed, mummified, is Katie. So they find this out. So then they get the call, they go, and the doctors, they give them a heads up. They're like, hey, we just want to prepare you for what's about to happen.
No loud noises.
Hey, Butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we are here.
So it's Katie. She's malnourished. She's been light deprived. She's had like all these issues, I guess they've been telling her that she's been having these wild tantrums, basically, from the trauma, from the shock, and all this stuff. And when they see her, she doesn't look anything like her daughter. Like 8 years have passed by, and they put together that she's been in this tomb for all this time because of her health. But they said that her heart is strong, that she does have strength, minus all the self-inflicted wounds, the scratching, the hair loss, the all the other hygiene and all the health stuff that goes with that kind of stuff. They tell her, well, she's gonna need time. She's gonna need time to get back to where she was, with therapy, mental therapy, physical therapy, all that stuff. So they're prepared for it. They're gonna take on the challenge, take her home. They took her home to Albuquerque. They took her back to her room, and they started, to take care of her because she can't communicate. Like, she lost how to speak, how to talk. So she's having those issues. They have to sedate her at some points because they had her sedated at the hospital because of those, crazy tantrums. She flips out. She goes crazy. They sedate her. They try talking to her. The mom tries, telling her stories about who she was. All this stuff goes on, and at some point, the dad is his name is Charlie. He wants to know what happened to his daughter. As a parent, me too. I would want to know what happened to you. Why are you like this? Who took you? Who stole you? Who had you for these 8 years? Why did they find you in this tomb? Why was there an airplane crash? All these questions, and they need answers. And he starts to dig. He starts to look. One of the main things that happened that kind of helped him get to where he was that the mom and the grandma were bathing her, cleaning her, and her mom was clipping her toenails. She had like really bad crow's feet, and in clipping her toenails, I guess she ripped off a pretty big piece of skin. The girl, Katie, she flipped out. She started going crazy, like it hurt, Obviously, it was pain. Started doing some weird shit. At some point, when her dad saw her, because she started running through the house, bleeding, she started like, man, she was like stabbing herself. Like, I only watched this one time. Obviously, it just came from there. But I'm trying to recollect. I'm like, she was like stabbing herself. Like, maybe I need another watch on it. Like, usually I like to rewatch movies. But what I'm trying to get at is that he eventually finds what got that piece of skin that got ripped off on the wheelchair where she was sitting, and the skin was not actually skin. It was this like band-aid paper like skin, and it had writing on it, had words. But he goes to a professor, a scholar in archaeology, and somebody who knows this kind of thing. So he finds out. Well, he goes to him and tells him that this is an ancient language, and basically he needs to research it. So it gets deeper. It goes into where he finds out that there's words on it, repeating words, and the scholar tells him that it's like some kind of spell, that it's keeping something in. So then you find out that this band-aid, this flesh that was on her was wrapped around her, like, mummy. She's a mummy. To keep some type of demon in. There's more going on. I don't know how much you want me to spoil, guys. I don't know how much you guys want me to get into this, but I got into it. I started liking the movie. I was enjoying it. I'm like, it was getting scary. I mean, it was getting like very like, like when you see those parts where like people bite people, or like when people are hurting themselves and like stabbing themselves, and you're like cringe, and then you're like oh, like that's gross. Like that's what I was getting from this movie, and that's why I was kind of like I was enjoying it, because it was getting very gory and gruesome and repulsive, because the girl would throw up, she would spit on people. Like, this is like Exorcist kind of stuff, and I was kind of getting into it, and it was getting like that. Like, this mummy was turned out to be a demon. She was being possessed. This is a spoil. That was a spoiler. She's being possessed. Okay, and they're trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out. The dad's trying to figure out, because the mom just wants to take care of her kid, and wants to love her kid, and wants her kid to be back to normal, like any parent would. But she is being delusional at some points, and the kids are now being affected by this. The little girl who never met her sister, she is scared of her. She's terrified of her. The brother is kind of like, this is my sister. So the guy's like, oh, this is my sister now. They're all just trying to get back to normal. The dad's trying to figure it out. What also happens is that, so there's this thing in the beginning where the little girl, Katie, she's a Girl Scout, and her dad is teaching her Morse code, and so that she knows Morse code. So then the dad started hearing Morse code while she was biting her teeth, like she was making noises with her teeth. So then he got pen, paper, and found out that she was using Morse code. She spelled out a name, Layla. Calls the detective, I got a name, Layla. So then they try to narrow it down. He ends up finding a card. It's like when she passed away, people sent her cards, and he found one with the name Layla. They connected it back to nearby where they lived. They try to connect the addresses, all that stuff, and then they found a place. The detective goes down there. She goes down there, starts snooping around, and then eventually finds where the coffin was in the beginning of the movie. The coffin is no longer there. That's the coffin that fell off the airplane. That's the house of the lady who kidnapped Katie. That is also the mother of the girl named Layla, who was friends with Katie, who was the girl who was meeting her at the garden. So that's where it all ties in. Eventually, what happens is I'm telling you the whole damn movie right now. Okay. I'm missing some spots, sure, here and there, but listen to me. What was really crazy for me there, man, I'm gonna have to spoil it anyway. Anyways, she finds a cassette. She finds a cassette because she is led there by Layla. Layla basically uncovers the tape. The detective gets the tape. They watch the tape. She needs to show the family the tape. Basically flies all the way to the United States for that. Family's having issues, real bad issues. The girl is out of hand. She's crazy. They find out that eventually, man, this is a spoiler alert. Eventually they find out that this person who kidnapped Katie kidnapped her because I guess their family is basically cursed. I guess they're left with a burden to lock up this demon. Basically, what they do basically is that, I don't remember if they said it or anything, but basically the mummy wakes up. Once it wakes up, he is wrapped up in these protective curse spells, paper, or embalming paper, but he is still able to move and do things. So he is basically needs to be put back to rest. And then I guess in doing so, what they need to do is that they need to transfer him into another body, and then from there they put him back in the tomb and have him go back to sleep, because it's some powerful demon that, I don't know, it's kills. So that's where it started. This is where it started losing me. This is where it kind of started losing me. I'm like, okay, why don't you just kill him though? Like, why don't you just kill him? Like let's just say he's in the body, and then kill the person. What happens to the demon? Does he die? I don't know. That's where I need to rewatch it. But so they keep doing this. They keep transferring bodies, transferring, and then it just so happened it had to be Katie, and she has to be locked in there now, and everybody is saved, I guess. That's the plot basically. And when they realize that, like, oh shoot, like, she needs to be in the tomb, all that stuff, I'm like, oh, but like, what was the whole point? Like, I don't know, like, I started losing it. Where it's like, okay, cool, it's scary. Other stuff started happening, that, like, I guess this demon is able to corrupt the minds of others, and basically corrupts the minds of Katie's siblings, and then they start being evil. Their job now is that, oh shoot, well, we need to basically put her in the tomb, or transfer the body. Okay, if Katie would have just stayed in the tomb, they tried transferring the tomb. That's why it was in the airplane. They tried taking it somewhere else, because what happened was, this is something I guess that's important. So they live in Egypt. The tomb that they have is underground. It looks like they're at the tip of a pyramid is sticking out of the ground next to their home, and I guess they go underground to where the tomb is, and that's where they do all the ritual or whatever. Basically, they live on a farm. I guess there's a flood coming or something that basically is gonna flood the whole area, and then I guess they're fucked. I guess they're fucked. I guess the tomb's gonna get flooded, and I don't know what the hell's gonna go on. They want to put the tomb on the airplane, transfer that bitch somewhere else, more secure, where they can, I guess, transfer the ritual and everything. And doing that, since because I guess it's cursed. Because it's cursed. I guess Katie was, the mummy Katie was waking up, and around it things start happening. That's why the bird died in the beginning. Around it things start to die. Things start to collapse or break, or things start to go bad, basically. So what happened? I guess there might have been an issue on the airplane that caused it to fall and explode, and they died, and that what survived was the tomb. So there's no really way of moving it, I guess, even though they did, but there's just no escaping the curse. So they just have to keep transferring this thing, even and wrapping it with this curse and the spell that keeps it from release. Obviously, it doesn't do that good of a job. Basically, the whole theme of the whole movie that was keeping the mummy inside, but the mummy that was there was Katie. The parents and the detectives were looking for them. They found her, and they figured out that this is why it happened. I'm not gonna really give you the whole ending then, but I'm just gonna let you know that that was the whole point. Scary jump scares. It definitely had some. The story had like these holes in it for me. Much when it's getting towards the end. In the beginning, I'm like, it was good. I'll definitely give it like maybe like a 3 out of 5. I would watch it again because I want to know what really was going on. Maybe I missed some things, but would I recommend it? I would recommend it if you like scary movies. I don't think it's better than the last movie I watched, and I would not put this in my top 10, definitely. There's probably a lot more movies to watch before this, but this was a good take on a mummy movie, because it is not just a mummy, it's a demon. It was more like an exorcist-ish kind of a feel for me. So I enjoyed the movie. It was good, just not that good. Would I recommend it? I recommend it for people who like scary movies, and if you want to see a movie that doesn't have, Brandon Fraser as the mummy or kind of thing. But thank you guys. If you made it this far, comment down mummy in the comment section. Mummy, not mommy, okay? Mummy. And this is your boy Ghost Boy. Make sure you like, subscribe, bro. Please. Let me make me come back. Tell me what movie you want me to watch. You want me to rewatch a movie? Want me to watch it in my room? I mean, I like watch. I mean, scary movies are meant to watch in the movie theater. But if you want me to watch a scary movie, let me know which one it is. If it's a new one, if it's an old one, okay, let me know. This is your boy Ghost Boy EXO. Holla at your boy. Peace.